It's finally happening. After a bunch of discussions about his future with the team, there is now a major update with Aaron Boone that also involves Brian Cashman's future with the Yankees, as well as it plays in to Anthony Volpe and his time with the Yankees and the lack there of benching Volpe, and we are going to break all of this down. A lot to go over, guys. What's up? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. We're going to jump right into things as always, but guys, before we do that, if you are part of that percentage that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, if you're part of that 73% that's not subscribed, make sure to subscribe for daily New York Yankees updates from myself and Alex. We got a bunch of great videos coming out for you guys you do not want to miss out on. We're having so much fun on the channel, so make sure to subscribe. My lighting is excellent right now. Let's jump into the video. There is a lot to go over with the New York Yankees right now with the team because, look, when it comes to Aaron Boone, I think we all feel a similar way with him as a manager. Yeah, he seems like a good guy, don't get me wrong. There's a lot to like about Aaron Boone's personality, per se. But when it comes to managing an MLB team, he is the 30th best in baseball. You know, the worst. Look, I like Aaron Boone as a person, and Aaron Judge likes Aaron Boone, which is a big, big, big deal. But he's clearly not been a good manager for the New York Yankees. And now getting an update that Boone, very much who's looking at no contract next year as of right now, he'd have to get an extension instead of just that 1-year extension. He'd have to get an actual extension from the Yankees. It's now, for the first time in the Aaron Boone era, really, really looking like we're seeing the end of it on the horizon. And I would guess most Yankee fans are about to start popping champagne bottles over that. Look, as it was mentioned by Sports Illustrated, rumors of Boone's demise as the skipper began earlier this summer when the Yankees slumped and fell out of first place in the American League East. Despite dropping 3 of 4 games last week into the Boston Red Sox, the Yankees are showing signs of emerging from their malaise. On top of that, John Heyman said that Boone has received a 2-year extension this spring and is beloved by owner Hal Steinbrenner, GM Brian Cashman, and Captain Aaron Judge. It would take quite a surprise, like the Royals or the Guardians supplanting the Yankees in the playoffs, for a change to even be considered. Now, when you consider that, and also Ken Rosenthal mentioning that more likely the Yankees could get knocked out early, and that's certainly a scenario where we can envision happening, does Aaron Boone come back? Does Brian Cashman come back? Or do they finally turn the page? All of this is in play. Now, that's the thing that gets really, really crazy. When we look at Aaron Boone, we see someone who, yeah, he got the extension, but it's not long-term, and it doesn't feel like he's going to be a Yankee for that much longer, at least if the Yankees keep underperforming. The biggest thing in Aaron Boone's corner right now is he seems nice. Like, that's the thing right now. People like him. He's a likable person, and that matters. Like, I don't know how old the viewers are. If you're in college right now and you're going to do, like, a job interview soon and stuff like that, believe me, it's actually why Digest Media hired me. Also, make sure to check LinkedIn for all of our new job postings. But I got hired because they're like, yeah, he seems like a nice person. So believe me, being a nice person, being likable, it goes farther than you would believe in life. Because everyone is always like, nice guys finish last. 8 years. 8 years. Aaron Boone's been the manager. 8 years. He's been a bad manager. Like, it's one of these things that we look at. We all understand Aaron Boone's not the best manager in the world. But has he ever really been on the chopping block? Like, really, really been on the hot seat? Not really. Honestly, not really. So, you see that when you get likable, things are working. But that sucks for the Yankees. And it sucks for everyone involved. Whether you're Anthony Volpe, whether you're the rest of the Yankees are actually good, whether you're Brian Cashman. Like, Cashman loves him. And Cashman, look, we could say whatever we want about Brian Cashman. If you think Brian Cashman's getting fired, tough luck. That man's not going anywhere ever. Brian Cashman is going to be the GM of the Yankees until he decides not to or until he is not on this earth anymore. It's the only 2 situations in which Brian Cashman's not. If Brian Cashman gets fired, my jaw will drop. I just don't see a world where that's possible. Now, when we take a look at everything with the Yankees this season, it's not as bad as we think. I mean, when it comes to making the playoffs, we're going to make that a little bit bigger. When it comes to making the playoffs, the Yankees have an incredibly high chance with a 98.8% chance of making the playoffs. And they actually have the best odds to win the World Series of any team in the American League. Right here we see that, and right here with every single American League division. Yankees are the only one in double figures. They have 11% chance. So, I mean, there's still belief in the Yankees. Now, ESPN doesn't see that as much. We see the Dodgers are the far, far favorites, as usual, with the Brewers, the Philadelphia Phillies, the Tigers, the Blue Jays, all ahead of the Yankees, which is honestly fair with the way everything's been going recently. Now, when we look at all the other teams below them, I mean, look, I see the Mariners with a real chance. I don't think the Padres or the Mets are going to win it. I don't really see the Astros, but they could get hot at any time. We know how they work. Like, it's one of those situations, but I truly do believe the Yankees have a better chance of winning the World Series than a lot of people think, and that is going to matter. It's really going to matter, and it's going to matter soon, because the playoffs are not that far off, and the seeding is not that far off, and when that all comes into play, it gets a lot more interesting to see how everything's going to pan out. Now, as Jose Caballero Enjoyer mentioned, great name, he said, having a vision and a winning mentality matters. Say what you want about guys like Alex Cora or AJ Hinch or even Rob Thompson, but these dudes with vision, these dudes have vision and know how to lead a group of players to victory. Aaron Boone simply lacks that vision and is not what the team needs. I agree. I think there's a world in which this players coach type manager at least works with other teams. I don't think it works with the Yankees. I don't think this is what they need. I think they need the guy like Joe Girardi who's going to scream at them, who's not always going to have their back, who's going to give pushback, who's not just going to stand up for you at all times. I mean, for instance, once again, I don't mean to bash on Anthony Volpe all the time, especially because it feels like low-hanging fruit as a content creator, but like when it comes to it, Anthony Volpe's playing horrific baseball right now. You don't have to, we all know it. It's not a secret that Anthony Volpe's struggling. There's no secret that Anthony Volpe has been really struggling. Just need to sip of iced tea after that. Look, I get that he's struggling, and it sucks because I actually like Anthony Volpe a lot. I've been a fan of him. I think he's just got a good energy, and his team loves him. But here's the deal. Sorry. He's the Aaron Boone of players. What Aaron Boone is as a manager is what Anthony Volpe is as a player. Likeable guy, seems great to be around on the team, not doing his job. Not doing his job. And that is where things get tough, especially when you consider everything with Anthony Volpe just going forward. I mean, look, as Sean McAdam mentioned when it comes to Boone, his list of people defending him seemed to dwindle by the day, and it's not all Boone's fault that his team too often is guilty of sloppy play and poor fundamentals, but he bears some of the responsibility, and when he attempts to publicly defend the mistakes that get made, he comes across as an apologist for his players. This is what I've been saying for a while. This also, you could say so much about this and just replace Boone's name with Anthony Volpe and just mention that he's playing and not managing, and it feels very accurate. And I mean, Sports Illustrated mentioned that stubborn does feel like the Yankee way. It is a tradition that outlasted even the grooming policy. These Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman-led Yankees will ride guys until the wheels have fallen off, and the team is dragging that metaphorical vehicle themselves, trying to make up for what a negative asset brings to the field. DJ LeMahieu and Aaron Hicks are two examples of players who overstayed their welcome, and in Hicks's case, his defense became increasingly paltry towards the end. He famously stared at a ball in left field thinking it was foul. So when it comes to Anthony Volpe, who's literally being left out there to rot, and it's not all on him, things become really, really difficult to sort of understand why the Yankees are doing this. I know, and I'm not trying to pretend like I don't know, that Brian Cashman is a say in this. I believe me, I understand he's sort of shadow managing the team. I think he's a terrible shadow manager. Some people are actually good at this too. There's GMs out there across all sports that are better at shadow managing than you'd think. I mean, one that comes to mind, staying in New York, and also because I cover the Knicks on Knicks Digest, the Knicks, for instance. Look, their front office made the right call by having Tom Thibodeau play Landry Shamet and DeLon Wright in the games instead of running a 7-man rotation against the Pacers team that was running and gunning, exhausting the Knicks, and also outplaying them. So when it comes down to it, we've seen shadow managing work. It's not working in Boone's case. It's why they got rid of Girardi, is because so Brian Cashman could shadow manage, because he wants to. And at the end of the day, he shouldn't, and it's a serious problem. It's one of the reasons why I think we're seeing Volpe struggle this much, because as not great as Volpe is, he's not this bad, and none of us actually think he's this bad. But guys, at the end of the day, what's keeping Aaron Boone his job? People like him. That's it. That's the only thing. Let me know if you guys have any other reasons in the comments down below why Aaron Boone should keep his job. Should the Yankees fire Aaron Boone today? Should they wait till after the season? What do you guys also think will actually get Aaron Boone fired? If the Yankees are to fire Aaron Boone, what do they have to do? They have to miss the playoffs? Wow. I should just finish the video now. Do they have to miss the playoffs? What has to happen? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees. This has been a disaster.